Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Is anybody here? I am, whoops. I hope you can hear me. I am just trying to sort out, there, my laptop. Hello, hello. I'm laying down like this, so this is silly. Let me just put you up a bit. All right, now I don't have to bend down so much. Hello, hello. Who's here? Come and say hello. It's probably me because I'm watching it on my iPad too. So it's probably me, the one person that's watching right now. That's hilarious. Anyway, so how's everybody doing? Have you got your cup of tea? Have you got your sewing machine ready? Because tonight, actually, where's my book? Oh, here. It is a Quilty Fun episode 43 tonight. So that means it's Friday. It's 7 o'clock. It's quilting. Yes, it's quilting time. And I've got a couple of things to show you. And then we are going to start making the Designer Mystery Block 2. Oh, yeah, no, never mind. That's what we're going to make tonight. Or what I'm going to make. I don't know if you're just going to sit and watch me, or if you're going to make it too, or if you're just going to have a cup of tea. Oh, do you know what? I bit my tongue today. You know when you wake up in the morning and your mouth is all dry? And I went to say something and my tongue wouldn't move because it was all stuck to me and dry. And so I bit it. And now I've got this little thing. It feels like it's back here, but it's not. It's on the side of my mouth, on my tongue. And my teeth keep rubbing on it. And oh, it's getting on my nerves. But anyway, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So how's everybody been? I'll just give it a few more minutes and then I will start my quilting tonight. I don't typically like to fill up everybody's feeds with, I'm going live tonight, I'm going live a week ago, next week, I'm going live 2 weeks after that. I figured you're all grown up enough to know that Mondays at 7 is when I go live for knitting, and Fridays at 7 is when I go live for quilting. So I usually stick it up about an hour before as a reminder in case anybody's forgot. And if I don't put anything up an hour before, then you know I'm not going to do it that night because something's come up or we've gone away and we're traveling and I can't, you know, video while I'm traveling. So, well, I can, but not with my sewing machine. So, yeah, so usually if that's when you'll know I'm going to be live, about an hour before. But if we just remember, Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern time, because I'm in Canada, is knitting, and Fridays at 7 p.m. is quilting. So yes. Now, if that's too late and you'd rather me drop it back to 6 p.m., let me know. Yes. Okay, so it's kind of weird watching myself up here and down there. I don't know where to look first. Anyway, okay, so I think I'm going to get going. I've got my iron on. I'm going to turn my sewing machine on. I've got my 1/4-inch foot on. I actually leave this on all the time. Oh, we have somebody else here. Yay, not just me. I'm going to change that to the center, and I want that down to 2. Who's here? Who's here? Anybody? Oh, no? care. So I'm going to do this tonight, and it's all cut up and lovely and ready to go. So, what do I have to do first? I've been on 5 minutes. Come on, girls. Somebody's here. Mandy's here. Oh, Mandy. I love you. I can always rely on you. Yes, please. It's so late here in the UK. It would be great if you could facilitate a Zoom meeting. Oh, yay. I could do a Zoom. That would be much more fun because then, and I do have a Zoom account. However, it's not a paid for one. It's only like, I only get like 40 minutes or something, or 45 minutes. And then you get cut off. And that's really not long enough. I'll look into that though, because I really think it might be something fun to do. Even if we did it on Facebook, or not everybody has Facebook though. Leave that with me, Mandy. I'm going to look into that because I think that might be good. But I could at least move it all back to 6 o'clock if it's easier for now. But until I figure out the Zoom thing. Yeah, I don't think it's an hour free. I feel like it's 40 minutes because my husband and his brothers, so my husband is the youngest of 5 boys, and they're all 15 months apart. Could you imagine? I couldn't imagine that at all. And they live all over Canada. He's got one brother that lives near to us here. He's about 15-20 minutes away, and he does tend to see him a bit more than the others. He's got another brother that's in Fredericton, New Brunswick, and then he has a brother that's in the other side of Toronto, and then he has a brother that's in Petawawa. So he, every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, they Zoom and just all catch up with each other. And they've done that since COVID started, when we couldn't see each other. And I know they only get 40 minutes and then they're booted out. So I will definitely look into it though. I think quite a bit of your audience is from the UK as well. I know, I think so too. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm British originally. I have no idea. You might notice I changed my calendar tonight. It was still on July. So I've now changed it to August and put in all the dates of the football games. So I'm totally aware of what's happening. Okay, so tonight I am making this, Mandy. This is the Designer Mystery from the Fat Quarter Shop, which is a US based online fabric store. Originally, they used to just sell out of her garage, and she sold fat quarters, but it has since morphed into this giant store. And yeah, Stoke City. Yeah, no, no, Mandy, no. Liverpool, Mandy, come on. And so every year they do this. It's a Designer Mystery. And once a month you get a package of fabric that you then cut with the directions that they tell you to. And then you put it all together. And each month it's a different designer who has done it. So the guest designer this month is Sherry and Chelsea. And that's what they did. And it's called Magnolia. And it's, yeah, okay, so Beautiful Block. Yes, Kimberly Jelly. Yes, that's someone who started it. And I did last year's because I fell in love with last year's fabric, which is Nantucket Summer by somebody, Ross Kelly, I forget her name. I loved her fabric. And so I have made it, and I've made 10 of the 12 blocks, and I still have 2 to make. They're all cut ready. Well, actually, that's not true. They're all starched. They're not cut. But I'm slowly working on them. But I want to make sure I keep up to date with this one, which is just released, and I got my clue too. Yes, Sherry and Chelsea. No, actually, Sherry and Chelsea don't do cross stitch. It's Chelsea and, what is their mother's name? It's another couple, another mother-daughter, but they definitely do cross-stitch. Oh my gosh, what is her mother's name? I do lots of their stuff, so I should remember it. Anyway, but yeah, it's a different Chelsea and Mum. So this is Sherry and Chelsea. They're fabric. And then the other one is, oh, what is her name? Chelsea and somebody. I can't remember. Anyway, so I am going to start this. I do have some other things to show you. So if we get a couple more people join in, then I'll show you the stuff I have worked on this week. If not, then I'll just show you all by yourself after. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it down a tiny bit so you'll just get my lovely voluptuous body. So you can see what I'm doing on my pad here. One moment. Oh, I'm gonna put my hand in the camera, I know. There. So if I do that, that's how I can talk. Okay, so first off, I have to do B and D, and I have to make 8 of these. Do I have 8? So, and this fabric is lovely, but as you can see, it has this thingy here. And the other side, you can't tell, it looks almost the same. It's just slightly, so you gotta be careful which side you put down for the right side. You finished the what? The Riverside. Oh, I forgot to look that one up. I gotta go do that. And you recorded the starching method. Oh, excellent. I didn't used to starch my fabric. I used to, because I was too impatient. I just wanted to get going on it. And I met an online friend who we Zoom together once a week or so. She lives in Canada, and D. And she told me all about starching and how good it kind of was, and that I should try it because it gets the fabric nice and, you know, stiff, and it also doesn't have all your frilly bits. Yeah, the white fabric is really pretty, isn't it? It's the background that we're using. It doesn't say what it is on the back here, so I don't know. So I do like that you don't get all the, and these blocks when they come, the fabric that's in them, if I knew what I did with the other piece, I'd show you. There's tons of fabric left over. There's enough left over that I could make 2 blocks out of this, which is really kind of cool. And so it's really nice. Make sure I got all that on the right way. So it is really nice, and you paint, what are you saying here? I'm piecing the Riverside now. I've recorded the starch method of applique, just editing it, and we'll upload next week. Good. Yeah, you haven't had one up for a bit. You paint the edge of the applique with starch. Oh, I don't know that one at all. I have to make sure I've got everything set up here. My 3-year-old was in here. Not my 3-year-old. Oh my goodness, I don't think so. My 3-year-old grandson was in here, and he wanted to learn to sew. So I had him sitting on my lap, and his foot couldn't touch the pedal, so I unplugged everything so he could push the stop and go button. So I've got to make sure everything is still working. And that, oh yeah, we're still going. But, yeah, so anyway, I started starching, and I like it because I can even like pick up my fabric without pinning it. Well, especially when these are just small pieces, because it doesn't move or slip, which is really kind of nice. Yeah, imagine having a bloody 3-year-old. I don't think so. He's bad enough having a 3-year-old grandson all day. So we had him on Tuesday night. He came over for a sleepover. And it was, I have to tell you this. This is so funny. I got to put you up so you can see my face. This is so funny. So we had him on it for sleepover on Tuesday night. And he normally goes to bed around 7:30. And we always know that when he's at our house, that means 8 o'clock. So I got him all ready. We had our dinner. We had, like, he played for a bit. I got him all set up on the couch to watch a little bit of Peppa Pig, because he likes that one, because they sound like Nana. And, well, when she's mad. And so anyway, we're all sitting there ready, and we're having a nice time, and he's brushed his teeth and everything, and he looks at me and he says, Nana, it's boring having no snacks. I was like, what? It's boring, Nana, without snacks. I said, it's time to go to bed. You know? I know. I said, are you telling me you're hungry? I'm hungry, Nana. Okay, I'll go get your snack again, but you're gonna have to brush your teeth again after. Oh, I will. So, anyway, this went on 3 times. So by the time I got him to bed, it's past 8. But he went straight to sleep, which was really kind of cool. So then we took him up to the trailer on the Wednesday. The next morning we had breakfast and took him to the trailer, because we have a trailer. And oh my gosh, he was so much fun at the trailer. We took him swimming in the water, and there was little tiny minnows floating around, and he was running around after them, trying to catch them, but then didn't really want to get close enough that they might bite him. I'm like, they don't bite, Tristan. You're fine. They don't bite you. Let's try to catch him in the net. No, Nana, you do it. It's like, God, I haven't caught fish in a net for a long time. Anyway, that was my story about my grandson. But I'll tell you, when he left that night, his dad picked him up from our trailer, and we all had a barbecue, and then my granddaughter was there too. She's only 1, so she was there too, and she just wants to be held, of course, which Nana loves. But I am doing this the right, yeah. When they went, oh my God, I was so tired. I was so tired. They wear you out. Do you have any grandchildren, Mandy? What did she say? Oh, it's the fun of being a Nana. Yeah. Or with Nana. Yeah. And I'm sure he slept like crazy too when he finally got home, because man, we were running all over the show doing stuff. And even Toby was tired by the time Tristan left, because he just terrorizes him. He's always wanting to pick him up and run around after him, and Toby's trying to hide. All right, so now to look and see which way. Holy, she's got 6 grandchildren. Oldest is 21 in February, and the youngest is 3 years old. Well, then you know all about the 3-year-old. Well, then you know all about it, period. I have 3 currently, with 1 on the way. And Tristan will be the oldest of all these grandbabies, and he's 3. Well, he's 3 and a bit, I guess. He was 3 in April. So, yeah, the 3-year-old, a 20-month-old, a 12-month-old, and a new one coming in January. No, November. Okay, so we are doing it that way. Okay, so This time I was clever and I put this, okay, I'm gonna put you back down so you can see with my lovely hand in the way. So I'm just gonna set my seam and press these open this way. Yes, so I've got a new baby girl coming in November, 2 days before my birthday. Can you imagine? Yeah, they're a lot of fun though. And it was fun at the trailer, I have to say. The weather was nice too, so we were able to go out and go swim in and took them to the park. They have a park there. So that was good. And then next week, I've got my other son's wife and grandbaby coming. So Miss Megan and the lovely Leo will be here next week. And they're going to be staying with us. So that's going to be fun. Okay, so that's them. So I don't need them right now. What I do need, this is kind of a cool one. G, they'll go in the middle here. This is a lovely blue fabric with little tiny blue flowers in it and red flowers. Okay, so B, and then I need C's. And they're going on each side. Now again, I've got to make sure I get it the right way. Like this. We're going back to the trailer tomorrow. We have a seasonal meeting to attend about next year's fees and stuff, I guess. So those similar. Okay, so we've really enjoyed having the trailer on the campsite this year. Normally we tow it, but Bob doesn't really like towing that much, so he much prefers to leave it on the site. And it is a lot easier because you get to just drive down and take your clothes and some food for the fridge. And a lot of times, because of his shift work, we only go for 1 or 2 nights. We don't actually go for a whole week. Because if he has a week off, we go to Nova Scotia to go and see Sean and Megan. So I do have a little trimmer thing I should probably use. You know, one of them. Oh, what's over there? Oh. Okay, so this one, they're gonna go, they're coming in. So this one will be on the top. I usually have my iron on the other side of me, so I keep forgetting I've brought it this side so you can see what I'm doing. So if you notice me keep going to the other side, that's why. Okay, so now they go back like this. And then these get sewn on. Like that. I'm happy to say we've had rain, but not the silly thunderstorms and tornado watches that we had last week. Gosh, we had them every day. But thankfully, the last couple of days have been nice, just rain at night, which, you know, I go with that. Reminds me of home. My dad is in Liverpool today, or this weekend, so I didn't get to talk to him today. He's gone up there on some, with my brother, so. I kind of miss not talking to him. I talk to him every Friday, usually. And if we don't do it Friday, for whatever reason, it's the Sunday. Maybe he'll call me Sunday, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so now this is gonna come. Okay, so I want that to go that way. So do I want it to do that? No. Oh, this is where I always have a hard time. I'll do it this backwards then. So what is everybody else working on right now? Or are you just sipping on tea? Now, when I was on my Monday night live, which is all about the knitting, I put down a bunch of links afterwards to really cool podcasts of knitters that I enjoy following. So if you have any favorite quilting podcasts that you follow, then let me know. Oh, I need these ones back now. Then let me know below what they are. And I need to make 4 of these. Okay, so that goes that way. That goes in the middle. And this one is going to go that way. Oh, how interesting. So yeah, let me know. I usually watch Tobyknits because I think she's fabulous. She's the one that actually introduced me to Fat Quarter Shop, and then Sew Sampler boxes and cotton cuts. So she is really good. Now I'm going to pin these because they're a little tiny bit longer. But and I also I started doing Quilt as you go, and I'm really enjoying that. So and I watched a couple of people for that. So if you know any other Quilt as you go ones, then let me know that below. And if you're not watching live, and that's okay, because we're all busy, we all have stuff to do, still comment and let me know. You hear my heater in the background? It's chilly in my basement. I've had the air conditioning on all day because, of course, it's quite warm here right now in our summers. And so the air conditioning's on, and so of course it makes the basement twice as cold. So I have to turn it off when I come downstairs and put a cardigan on. Now that one looks a tad shorter. Wonder why that is. That's at the right spot. I wonder if I made this. Oh well, who knows? We'll find out when I stop fiddling with it and just do it. Okie dokie, Dr. Jones. Okay. Okay, here's that little thing that I've got. Now then, why isn't it? I feel like Tristan was playing with this, so it looks a bit off. So, yes, that's much easier than trying to hang it off the edge. And how is this getting ironed? So that was the first. Oh, I'll move that. Don't want that in your way. So that came like that. So it's going down, down. Okay, so oh, I can't work it out. Why can I never work it out? Oh, maybe it goes this way. Yeah, okay. So everybody must be super busy tonight. As it's only me and Mandy here. But that's okay. That's okay. We can chat. Gosh, I'm not even off the first page yet. I love this fabric though. Just love it. I don't remember what this one's called. It usually, sometimes it tells us, but it didn't. Okay, so then this goes like that, right? And then this will go like that. So now these all get sewn this way. And this time we're gonna do this seam with this corner here. Like that. Mandy, are you actually still, are you working on your quilt still, or is it completely finished now? The Riverside Knoll, is it finished, or just a section of it? I was hoping Laura Lynn, is that her name, from Mom and Pop Quilt Shop would be on tonight. I watched her video today. She does lives. I don't know exactly when she does her lives though. Like whether it's Friday nights or Saturday nights. I feel like it might be Saturday, but I don't know what time. And I don't think she puts it up on her thing that she's going live, but I don't have her, I don't know her schedule enough yet. To remember to be on. So I put the little bell icon on, so hopefully it will tell me next time she is live, and then I can figure it out. She's jolly. She's jolly fun. And I know, so Becca, I think she's on live tonight. She's doing, I think she's doing Village Green 7 from Cotton Cuts, which was what I did last week. But I think she does the large, although I'm not sure. Not sure if really, but I think that's what she's doing. Okay, so this one, oh, it's so cute. This one goes down, so I think we have that on the top. No, that's up. See, I'm terrible at this. Oh no, they both go down. Wait, no, maybe I am doing it right. That goes down. So this goes down. Both go down. How interesting is that? That's super pretty. Oh, you can't see there. Isn't that pretty? I love a white background. I really do. I have a thing about white backgrounds. Okay, so that is up, so it's got to go that way. Is that right? I'm not sure that is right. If I can't figure it out, which most of the time I can't, to be honest, unless we're doing to the dark, I just end up doing it upside down because I have such a hard time with directions. Not directions putting something together, but like left and right or up or down, as you can tell. So I'll do it this way. Now, I don't know if you can still get in on this Designer Mystery, because each month we don't know what our block is going to be till we get it. And it's a different designer each month. And I do have, yeah, that goes that way. So I don't know if you can still get in on it, because they do sell out very quickly. And this is block 2 I'm doing, and block 3 has shipped to me. So now then, these should be 4.5 by 4.5. Okay, so I do have to trim them a little bit. A little bit, as Tristan would say. So I shall move that out the way. And I shall trim. And I need this. Oh gosh, that reminds me, I still have to get some blades. My blades are not so good. Well, this is just a teeny bit for this. And I definitely need to get some new blades. This is one of my favorite. Okay, now I've got those two. My favorite rulers. That's kind of cool. It's just a bit. It's the Creative Grids 6.5 inch, and this is my favorite ruler to use because it gives you all kinds of measurements, which is super. Okay, that side looks okay. Well, maybe I'll give it a little teeny trim down there. So these two now are okay. So yes, I really like this ruler. I use it quite a lot. And I just got a new ruler. It's a flying geese one. Oh, I should get it because I think we have to make flying geese in a minute. Although I have no idea how it works. I haven't played with it yet. It's for the Flash Fiction new quilt that starts next month. And next Friday, I'm hoping, although Megan might be here, so I don't know if I'll do it next Friday because it'll be her first night here. But I'll see. She'd be putting Leo to bed around 7, so I might do it then or a tiny bit earlier. Yeah, maybe I'll do it at 6 next week. So I'm gonna do, we have to make so many of the filler blocks. So I was gonna start making some of the filler blocks for the Mossy Oaks one. So I'll do that next week. All right, so they're done and all sized. Little tiny bits of scraps. Love it. Okay, need a drink. Okay. Oh, so this is where we make the flying V thingies. So we need the E's. And we're gonna make 4 of these. And then I need the A's, which have to have the lines drawn on them first. Is that it? No, that's a Sharpie. Here it is, found it. And here's my little ruler. So right side, wrong side. And we'll draw these lines. I think somewhere I might have paper for the flying geese. but I'm not sure if it's the right size. So for, you know, because you have to get different sizes for all different flying geese, so I figured I'd get the ruler instead. So we'll have a go at putting that together ourselves. And see. I'm looking to see which is the right side and which is the wrong side of the fabric, because it's very hard. You got to make sure you got it right, because it's a white on white, so you have to make sure you've got the right side. Okay, there's that done. So first off, we are doing that way. And should I pin it or clip it? Let's see which way I prefer, if I clip it or if I pin it. You can also glue them too, and I do have the glue. Let's pin these and see if I like the pinning one better. Okay, which way is it going? It's going that way. Do you pin answers on a card? It's going that way. I feel like the pinning might be better because it's not as bulky as the, not as bulky as the clips. We shall see. Oh yeah, that's definitely too bulky. Don't like that. Pins, let's get the pins. Now I've just moved it, so. Yeah, the pins are much better. I love these pins. Brenda gave me these pins. They're little trailers. There, that's better. Yes, much better. Much better. All right, so now we'll take the pins out. So they've done their job marvelously. Where's that one? Hiding. And we will. Now it looks like we've got a few more people watching, so if you're here, say hello. So now I've done that. Now I'm going to cut that off. Some people, because they're way smarter than I am, like to fold it over and press it before they trim off. I like the surprise of it all. Oh, I need some new blades. And I'm not keeping the bits. No, I'm not. So I'm going to bring the iron over and press these. And they're going up this way. And we'll pray that they all edges meet. And so far, so good. All right, and so now we get to put the other part of the... Okay, which way are we going? That way. And again, we shall pin. Because I liked that idea better. Oh, I got a runny nose. I think Mandy fell asleep. Did you fall asleep on me, Mandy? Do you not find quilting relaxing? Like all these little pieces that you snip in and trim in, and I do. I just love it. I love piecing. Quilting I'm not that good at yet, but hopefully with the Quilt As You Go, I will be better at it. Okay. All right, there's this part done now. So first of all, let's take the pins out. Snip. Then we need to trim like so. Them in the bin, and we are going to iron these now. I'll get my mat back and give this a little iron. Oh, they're so pretty. I love flying geese. I know a lot of people aren't fussy with them, like they don't like them, but I do. I think they're nice. Especially when they work and all your points match and your corners are on. And then they're fabulous. Of course, when they don't work, then they're not great, but say hello if you just joined us. This is Tobyknits Quilty Fun Podcast Live, episode 43. And I am making the Designer Mystery Quilt Block 2 from Fat Quarter Shop. Now, where's that new ruler I got? It's called the Wing Clipper. I have no idea how to use this. So let's see. This is supposed to be 2.5 by 4.5. So there's the 4.5. There's the 2.5. Oh, I say. Now, am I not supposed to do something with that thing in the middle? Oh, wait a minute. I got it. I see. Oh, I got it. Man, this is cool. Doesn't look like I got many wings to clip here, though. Okay, how do you do the other side? Do you have to turn it? Is that what we do? Oh, I see now. There's a thing there. Oh, I absolutely love this. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's not very good there, though. I need a better blade. Oh, look. How is that not to be loved? Oh. So yeah, this is the wing clipper. This is the new one I just got. And like I said, I had no clue how to use, so I'm just guessing that you line all these lines up. Oh, I gotta be careful. I don't press it away from where it's meant to go. Because I'm not very good at that part yet. Oh, I need a new blade. Gosh. Okay. Oh, I so love this. You line all the... I suppose I probably did it upside down or backwards the first time, but because I think you meant to do it this way with them little lines there. Oh, I just love it. Okay, let's do it backwards first and see if it works better this way. not much on that one. I'll turn it this way. I don't really think it makes a difference, but cool. I love rulers. I do love rulers. All right, so I love that. All right, and again, we have some little bits. So get rid of these in the bin. And next step, please. F. Oh, we have to make more of these. I won't put that away, I'm gonna need it. We have to make 4 more of those lovely flankies. Isn't this fabric gorgeous? Oh, I love that. I really do. I wish I could remember the name of this fabric. I'm just fixing all my bits here. Okay, so this has to have a line on the back. Like so. Anybody else watching wants to say hello? Because if you're shy, you don't have to. Just watch. Give me a thumbs up. Tell your mates. Fridays at 7. Although I might do it at 6 next week to make it a bit easier for some of my lovelies across the pond. Or I could just go back to doing a regular podcast and not do a sewing one. If you prefer to just see what I've been making, as opposed to watch me making, you have to let me know which is the best thing. All right, so this one goes that way. Because regardless, I'm going to sew anyway. But it's much nicer when you actually have someone to chat to. And that one's going to go. I tell you, I love it when you have little pictures to show you which way to. I'm very visual. I need to see what I'm doing. Okay. love it when you have these little chain pieces. So yeah, this week I worked on some more of my flash fiction from last year because the new one starts next month. So I had 4 blocks left to go before I put them together, and I managed to do 2 yesterday, which was good. I had cut them out, or cut one of them out, I should say, and managed to sew them yesterday, which is great because once you get, I always find if I cut my fabric the day before and then leave it till the next day, then I come back and sew it the next day. And I find that works way better for me. So what I've started doing is cutting 2 blocks out at the same time. And that way I can get a good hour or so cutting 1 block, cutting them both out, and then from there the next day I can sew. I have 2 blocks to sew, and I just find that goes way quicker for me. So that's what I did yesterday. I did block 9 and 10, I believe. So I have 2 more left to go, and then I can start putting it together because I do have the finishing for that one now, because that one finished last month, I think. Or was it this month? I'm not sure it was last month or this month. I feel like it was this month it finished. End of July. End of July we got the last block. Yeah, because it's always the end of the month. So then so that one goes that way. So yeah, that was I was glad to get that one done. One of them was so many little squares, and that you then had to like join all into rows, and it made a beautiful picture. It made a cardinal, and I'll show you them all in a minute when I'm done this. But I did have a hard time putting together some of the blocks. I couldn't get them to line up properly, or the fabric puckered a little bit. But you know, I'm of the opinion that that's how it's going to be. And unless it really bothers the heck out of you, leave it, because it just shows that you're human, and by the time it's all joined together and quilted, nobody's going to notice anyway. So why stress about it? It's like when I do things, if they're not exactly the size they're supposed to be, I don't care. As long as it matches what it's supposed to match, and I can live with that. I'm not a finicky quilter. Oh, I gotta keep falling off my chair. How about you guys, if you do something and you're out a 1/4 of an inch, or doesn't quite line up, do you have to take it all apart and fix it? I'm just happy if it's in the zero, in the range. But then I've only been quilting about 4 years, so I don't claim to be really good at this. most of what I learned online from Fat Quarter Shop or Sew Becca because I literally had no one to teach me. I learned how to sew from my mom. She taught me how to sew when I was a little girl. She used to sew all her clothes, and she would make a dress for herself and make me a matching dress with the leftover fabric. But she never quilted ever, and neither did my grandmother. My grandmother was a big knitter. I got that from her, but my mom never quilted. And I grew up sewing clothes. I made a lot of clothes for my kids and for me. And then I only started quilting at the pandemic because I needed something else to do. I had retired from work the year before, and now we were all stuck in our houses and couldn't go out. So I needed something else to do. And so I learned how to quilt. And again, most of it was watching YouTube videos. I love YouTube. I do. I watch it a lot. Now, see, I don't think that one looks as great as it should be. But we'll sort that out with my new ruler. Okay, let's get this new roller out and have a go at this. So, what am I, 4.5 by 2.5? Oh yes, baby. Okay, now wait, that doesn't look like 2.5 there. How about we have, no, I need it to match there. I need it to go there. Oop, let's turn this on. All right. Ooh, look how pretty it is. So here comes this one. 1.5. I like this ruler. I do. Oh, I think that one's okay. Yeah, nothing there. Nothing there. Maybe I'm supposed to do it this way. Let's try this way. Which way am I supposed to do it, ladies? Maybe it is meant to be this way. Because that would make more sense than the other way. Right? So weird when you get new rules. Yeah, that looks like it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way then because I think that might, oh, but then that, I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to myself. How many of you talk to yourselves when you are sewing? Excellent. There's that little bit there. Okay, that's that bit. So now, really like that ruler. Now, oh, okay, so we have to take our two flying geesey things, and we put the white one at the top and this one at the bottom. Is that right? White, white, blue, blue, blue. Yes, and we're making 4 of those. Okay. So they're gonna go like that. Now, do I have to match anything? Oh gosh, I think I do. So I'm gonna do it this way so I can see where my edgy bit there is, because I need to make sure that I sew right there. Now, okay. Okay. Yes, indeed. So that's going to go like that, but I'm going to turn it that way. Of course, I don't know all the terminologies because I called it an edgy bit, so I don't know. Selvage? Maybe that's what it is. Well, it would be if it was sewing. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are watching. It's nice to have company when I'm sewing. Whether you're watching on the replay or you're watching live, say hello. Okay, let's see now if we can try to get this to work on that line. Oh, do you know what I might do? Because I'm paranoid I'll get this bit right. I might do a line. Should I do that? Let's see if that might make it better. Like that in the middle. Just doing a little line like that in the middle so I can make sure as I get closer. I mean, I have a 1/4 of an inch foot on, and this should be a 1/4 of an inch. But you know, you never know, right? We want to make sure we got it right. And why not? I got the pen, I got the ruler. Why not? I can't get my live chat to work. I don't even know if you guys are talking to me or not. Oh, there we go. See, look at that. My live chat wasn't working. I thought I was talking away to myself here, and I'm not, because Soxy Nana's here. Hey, Alice! Hello! That's a cool gadget. What are we talking about? What's the cool gadget? This? Because that's a cool gadget. And who else is here? Oh, Mandy, I haven't fell asleep. Okay, well, my chat wasn't working. So, and Nils is here from Florida. Hello. Oh, Mandy's going there in September. I remember that now. The Ella Burns Flying Geese Rule is fab. Yes. Well, it's the first time I've used it, so I hoped I was doing it right. Let's see. I was sitting here thinking to myself, nobody's talking to me. Hi, Gina. And I realized that I think my chat's not working. because it was the same thing. It was way back to when Mandy was telling me about something. Okay, okay, gosh, it was way back. When you say trailer, do you mean caravan? Yes, it was back when you were talking about your grandkids. That's when the chat stopped. So, yes, a trailer is a caravan. So that's what they call them here. It's weird. If I say caravan, they all look at me like I'm sick. And then Mandy says, I love Eleanor Burns. It's called Quilt in a Day. She is the best. She has been quilting a long time. One of the first to be televised. Now, I did not know that. I did not know that. So, no still piece in the blocks. No still piece in the blocks. I don't know what that means. Lives, I think, are Saturday or Sunday. I think it's 5 p.m. in the UK. Do you mean for mom and pop quilt? I feel like it must be a Saturday she does it, but I'm not sure. Whoops. And Mandy said, of course, I love my Eleanor Burns ruler and my June Taylor. Well, I really do like this one a lot at the moment, so that's good. And yeah, mom and pop. Okay, good. So I'm gonna check out her tomorrow night then, because my hubby's on nights again tomorrow, so it's nice to have someone to chat to when he's working. Oh, my little line is working. I'm actually managing to keep on the track there. Do you not hate when you have to keep lifting your foot because of the seam that gets in the way that you're crossing? I don't like that part, but what are you gonna do? Okay. Here's this. I got this in a Fat Quarter Shop box, I think. I feel like that's what it was. I don't feel like it's sitting in here properly. It was in one of those sampler boxes. There we go. Tristan had it the other day and decided to throw it across the room, as 3-year-olds do, to see how it flew, I think. Now I just dropped another pin. I'll find it later. Actually, my floor's a mess. So, yeah. Selena, hi. I'm really late tonight. I mean, I'm not late. I started at 7, but I've been sewing for ages. And so it's gonna go up that way. Yes. And normally I only do it for an hour, but I'm just on a roll here. Oh, does that look right? Wait, goes that way. No, goes that way. Selena has been catching up on a few chores. Oh, you're good. I don't do chores at all, unless I have to. If someone's coming to visit, it's about the only time my house gets cleaned. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not. I was talking to someone today, and I think it was today, could have been yesterday, and I was telling them that I'm a picker-upper. I hate things to be in the wrong spot. Everything has to be in its place with me. But I don't like housework. So if you actually look at my house, you'll notice that everything looks and appears to be tidy, but there's probably 3 inches of dust everywhere. So look how they turned out. Ooh. My little corners all worked perfectly. So there's my little arrowy thing. Okay, so I think we're getting ready to start to put it together. Oh, so we're going to take 2 of these and 2 of these. And we're going to make sure that block's up at that side. And this block, oh, okay, it does go that way. I was trying to twist it to make sure it went the other way, but I didn't think I was doing it right, but I was. So a block there and a block there. It's coming down this way. That's going like that. All right. Selena is going shopping in the morning, then then cook shopping? Do you mean grocery shopping? Is that what you call grocery shopping? In Australia, cook shopping? Oh, I love that. I'm going cook shopping tomorrow. Or do you mean you're getting a cooker? Because that's another word over here that's not the same as in England. I try to call it a cooker and everybody looks at me wonky. Because over here they call it a stove. And yet to me a stove is not the same thing. Okay, I don't even know, what are shooks then? Shooping? I have no idea what you're talking, not cookie. Shook, well, what? Chickens? You're going to buy chickens? Like, to raise? That would be cool. Actually, I think chickens are very pretty birds. That's right. I think they're very pretty indeed. Actually, all birds are very pretty. I like birds a lot. And I have 4, I tell a lie, there's 4 of them, wild turkeys that live in my backyard. Now, yes, I do have a very big backyard, but they come in, or a back garden, but they come in very often, every day. Which way am I taking this? So which is the middle bit? That's the middle bit. Sorry, that was my husband calling. Calls me every night when he's at work. It's so cute. Yeah, we have wild turkeys, and they keep coming. Shook is slang for chickens in Australia. I didn't know that. Oh, and I'm gonna look up pullets too to see what they look like. Because there are some gorgeous chickens. My friends had some at one time, and they were like orangey colored. I don't know what they were, but they were beautiful. Anyway, and I just think they're so cute. But yeah, I wouldn't mind having chickens, and I have a huge backyard, so that would work, although the wild turkeys would probably be upset. I mean, they come in every day. They sunbathe in the backyard. They peck around for a little bit. They play. They jump at each other. I'm not quite sure if they're mating or trying to mate, or if they're just babies and they're playing. But they are funny little things. And they just don't even care about Toby. Toby will go out and bark at them, taking no notice of them. They don't run away. They just look at him. Pullets is usually the age of point of lay. Oh, so you want them for laying. That's great. I really could do that. I eat a lot of eggs. fact, we had eggs today for lunch. Egg salad sandwiches. I love egg salad sandwiches. That to me is a summer sandwich. It's funny how you like things on a certain thing. Like I love egg salad sandwiches on brown bread or on sourdough, and I love tuna salad on bagels. So Selena said she had wild scrub turkey here. Drives me nuts. Oh, because it destroys parts of my garden and digs out pots. Oh, well, my wild turkeys, they don't go anywhere near my flowers, to be honest with you, which is nice because I did think that maybe they would at one point, but they just dig up all the grubs at the top of the garden, so I'm quite happy about that. So there is 1 or 2 rows that I've got done. So now that's them 2. So I've made 2. So now we need the last piece, which is this lovely cross-stitchy color. That's gonna go there with the other 2 diamondy things like that. Okay. Okay. And we did have, like, I have a huge backyard. It's all grassed too. Like, it takes my husband 3 hours to mow on the ride-on lawnmower our backyard. And oh, okay. And we've got 2. Well, we have a groundhog that lives under the shed. I don't know if you have groundhogs in Australia or England. I'm not sure. So we have a groundhog, and I thought it was a male. Turns out it was a female because it had babies. So then we had these little babies coming down, and the groundhog normally doesn't come, like, so my garden, it's like, so imagine this is my top garden. So I have like almost the size of a soccer pitch at the top, which is all grass, and then here's all the trees at the end, and then behind that is 60 acres of nothing, like bush. So here's the top garden, then it slopes down, and then here's all the bottom, and then this would be where my house is. So we have a really big garden, and they typically stay up here, the wild turkeys, and they don't come down. And my shed is way over here at this top of the garden. So underneath the shed is where the, so this one is gonna go into the middle. Into the middle. That way. So the little, what's her names? What are they called again? Groundhogs that lived under the shed. They, he normally wouldn't come down. And, but the babies got all clever and decided they'd come down. And they came, one came down, and it was we have a little gated area, fenced area in the lower part of the garden, just off of our deck for Toby, because if I let Toby out in my backyard, and he saw a squirrel or a groundhog, not a groundhog, a squirrel or a chipmunk, then he would be racing after them and he would not come back. So he would end up in the 60 acres of nothing, and I'd never find him. And if he comes to the front of my house, it's a really busy main road, and he'd probably get run over. So we have to keep him in the back in this little gated area that we fenced in and everything. So, which is nice. So I can just open the back door and let him out on the deck, and then if he needs to go off and do his business, he's got a grassed area that's all fenced in. Well, this little groundhog decided it wanted to come into the fenced off area and check it out. So I let Toby out for a bee, and I don't stay out there with him normally, but I let him out, and the next thing I heard him barking like crazy, and I look out, and here is this groundhog halfway underneath the gate, and it's froze. It's like completely flattened itself down onto. Mom is on the other side standing there watching. Toby is facing the groundhog barking. So needless to say, I thought, okay, who do I get first, the groundhog or Toby? Because he's running around everywhere and the groundhog isn't moving. So I managed to get Toby, which was kind of cool. Okay, so this is gonna go like that, and this one is gonna go like that. Oh, okay. Ooh, pretty. So so Selena said, Mandy has a tiny garden. Oh, Mandy, mine's huge. And Selena said, sounds lovely. I only own an acre and a half. And Selena also said, would love to have a fully fenced yard. Would keep the darn turkey out. Yes. Well, the turkey doesn't come that far down. Having said that, I went out for a walk to take Toby for a walk this morning. And I went out my front door and walked down the path at the side of my house, that side of my front window, and standing in front of my garage door with 4 turkeys. I was like, ah! So it was like, so I coughed because I thought they'll move if I make a noise. And sure enough, they did. Because if Toby had seen them, then he would have tried to chase them. And like I say, they typically take no notice of Toby. He's the one that's always barking at them. But yeah, so, and since then I haven't seen the little groundhogs. So I don't know whether he scared them off or what. But, and we did have foxes coming in, and but I haven't seen the fox for a while, or heard him actually, because oh my gosh, they don't off make a noise. They like scream. You feel like somebody's getting murdered in your backyard. But yeah, we have 2.5 acres of grassed yard. So it's takes a lot of care by my hubby, but it's very pretty. And I have the most gorgeous huge Canadian maple in my backyard. It is absolutely beautiful. And when we first moved in, I thought it had disease in its leaves. Its leaves were funny. And I was a bit worried about it, because I'm not kidding, it's massive. It's got to be at least 80 or 90 years old. It's really big. But it turns out it just needed to be loved, because the second year that we were here, it bloomed like you wouldn't believe, and I take pictures of it constantly because I love it so much. And in the fall, it goes bright yellow. You'll have to do a video of your property. I will for sure. I will, because it is very pretty. And of course, we live in this gorgeous village that is a historic village, and it's all stone. Everything is stone in it. The shops on the main street, they're all stone. And and it has a river running right through it, and a canal. No, it's not a canal. It is a river. And locks, there's locks, so it's very, very pretty. And every weekend there's something happening in the village. Some show or car thing or whatever. There's always something going on. But the beauty of where we live is that we're just a little tiny bit, like it's a 10-minute walk for me to walk to the village to go to the post office. So you're not in the crunch of the Saturday shoppers, because we try not to go to the village on a Saturday because it's so busy. But if you want to go and see something, it's just literally down the road. So it's really nice. Come on, move. Yay! I do believe we're finished our block. So let's just press it out and I shall show you. Oh, it turned out really nice. It turned out very nice. Very nice. I like that a lot. That's a very pretty block. All right. I shall put you up a bit so that you can see me better. And I'll show you my block. Isn't that pretty? Actually, what I'll do is I'll put it on here for you. And then you'll see how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? Gosh, I like that. This is going to be just a gorgeous quilt when it's finished. Yep, I really like that. Yep, I like that a lot. How old is Historic? Oh, gosh, let me check and see how old is Merrickville. Because, of course, it's not, Canada's not as old as England, so how old is Merrickville? Let's see. 1794 was when it was settled. 1794. So there. That's how old Merrickville is. Thank you. I know, I really like it. That's very pretty. Now, so that, again, that is the Designer Mystery block from Fat Quarter Shop. I don't know if you can still sign up for it or if they've sold out. And oh, Mandy lives near Little Morton Hall, 16th century. Oh, yikes. And yeah, that's old. And so here are the other two that I worked on this week. Now this is the one that I did mention. I couldn't get all my blocks to line up properly. They're all little squares and they're a bit fiddly. So some of them got a little bit puckered, as we say in the business. Look at that. Ooh. No, I didn't choose the colors for the mystery quilt. They come that way. And each month you get a little package with the fabric in it, and you have enough leftover fabric that you could make 2 blocks of the same block if you wanted, but I'm just keeping all my leftovers and I'll use them in a scrap project. But this one is from the around the kitchen table, which is a mystery that I was doing. It's actually finished now, and the new one starts in next month. And it's called Under the Mossy Oaks or something. And you get, each month you get a chapter of a book that has to do with the quilt that you're making. And so this was, I think this is block 9, and a cardinal appeared in the story. So this is that one. So you can see I had a couple of puckers. I think it's up here somewhere. They don't lie in straight, but I don't care. By the time you put it in the quilt, no one's going to know. And then the second block we did was, there was something to do with a card game in the story. So this is block 10. And this is disappearing square. I don't even know. But that's what this one is. So this one was fun to make. Literally, you're just cutting blocks out and either cutting them in half or cutting them in quarters, yeah, and then sticking them all back in a different way. This is the epiphany of what I think quilting is, where you cut up pieces of perfectly good fabric and then sew it all back in a different manner to make something else. So, yeah, it's magic. It's magic, all right, woo! Anyway, so those were the 2 blocks I worked on this week. And yeah, so next Friday I will be doing their filler blocks for the new mystery that's starting with the flash fiction. And what flash fiction is, if you did not know, because I did not know what flash fiction is. Flash fiction is a quick story or a quick chapter. So like, and it could be like 4 pages, and that could take a weekend or whatever's happening. But then the next chapter could be 40 years later. Like it's like fast, you know? So next Friday, a Zoom. Oh, Mandy, you and your Zoom. Let me find out if I can do it first. And then maybe we will. But yeah, so I had a good week this week sewing. I really love this though. Isn't that pretty? I really like it. So I might put that on the wall for a bit, in the designer wall, just to look at it, because I love the colors of that. And yeah, so what else? Have I got anything else to tell you? No. Oh, I did a little bit more on my, let me get my big quilt for you. So this is the quilt that I've got about 4 or 5 fully finished pieced quilts, and I don't have the money to send them to a long armor. I don't feel like sticking them under my sewing machine. So, no, I didn't. So I decided I would learn how to quilt as you go. So all these blocks here are going to be done quilt as you go. And last year's blocks are sitting over there from the last Designer Mystery. I have 2 more to make, and then I'm going to quilt them as you go. So I had one quilt, and I thought, how am I going to quilt it? You know, and I got the fabric when I was in Nova Scotia, so I ended up taking it all apart, but row by row. So I took all the borders off. That was a pain in the butt. And then I took the, where am I? So this is it. So I took all the rows apart, and then I quilted them row by row. I don't even know if you can see the quilting on it. It's like I just did big triangles. One going one way was one single. No, I did not have, it's all on the machine, and these were going that way. So I did the 3 rows. no, sorry, there's 4 blocks per row, and then there's 5 rows. It goes all that way down. So this last week I did the border, and I wasn't sure how the border was going to work because they're 2 separate borders, but when I'm sewing them back together now, I'm sewing them as one. So you'll see they're a little bit off, but I think I can fudge it. And the borders, I just literally did the V's across the both of them. So I managed to get one sewn on. So that's the first side, and this is the other side of it that I've just pinned and have to sew. So I don't know if you can see that. Is that better? And you can see here, it's not really complicated at all. It's actually, I made it more complicated for myself because I'd already put it together once and I took it apart. But here's how the back, and you can just see it's just seamed along there. You can't really tell, but it's all quilted on the back as well. So now I have the second border done. So it's on the fleecy stuff. Here's the back. And all I'm going to do with this now is just V up and down. And then I will sew this onto the other side. And then I have the top and the bottom, to do the same. And then all I have to do is put the binding on. And I'll finish it. So I would not recommend taking apart a quilt you've already pieced to do Quilters Go. I won't do that for the next one because it was just too hard. Getting everything back, and as you're ripping, sometimes you're ripping little holes. So, you know, I don't really recommend that. But I'd already started it, so I had to finish it and make it work. And then the other quilt that I have finished, which is huge, it's a queen size, and it's beautiful. The fabric is gorgeous. I decided I'm gonna make that into a duvet cover. I'm not gonna quilt it at all. I'm gonna make it into a duvet cover because we have a duvet on our bed. I think that's what you call them in England as well. Maybe, you know, where you put, it's a bag and you put inside your down-filled comforter. I don't even know. Quilt. And so I decided that I'm gonna go to Walmart or somewhere, and I'm gonna buy a king-size sheet and use that as the back, and I'm just gonna sew it all together. And I've got a popper thing so I can pop the bottom together and then put my quilt in. And that way I don't have to fiddle and fuss with it to go on under. And we have a comforter cover, a duvet cover on our quilt right now. It's the only one I've got. And every time we need to wash it, we have to like take it all out, wash it in the morning and dry it, and then put it back on before we go to bed. And if sometimes we've forgotten that it's still in the dryer at like 11 o'clock, it's like, oh God, the cover's downstairs. So it would be nice to have a second one that I could just switch it out with while I'm washing that one. And I don't think it will hurt the quilt any to make it into a cover, duvet cover, because it's not like we all roll around on top of it. Like, I'm not 15 anymore, do you know what I mean? We go to bed to sleep now. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna try. So I'll have to show you how that turns out when I get to it. So Mandy, next Friday on Zoom, I don't know yet. Or Monday night, a knit and natters. That would be fun. I'm gonna look into Zoom and see how that would work. And then Selena said, did you end up finishing that earlier quilt had only 2 things to do. No. No. It's still waiting to be done. That's the other Designer Mystery. It has 2 more blocks to go. So I'll show you what I've done of it. So this is what it will look like when it's finished. So this is last year's Designer Mystery. And we had to make a bunch of these because I bought the finishing kit, which was quite expensive, but you got a lot more fabric and enough fabric to make these extra blocks and all the instructions. I still have these 2 to make. So this is how it comes in a packet like this with all your fabric. And you literally just cut it out based on the instructions and put it together. So these are the 2 I have to make that we were talking about. So I have to finish these 2 off and then I can start. And these are the blocks I've done so far. And the block I just did tonight, which is the new one, they're all 12 by 12. But this, because I got the finishing kit, it came with the stuff to do the borders on. So like that was one, there's another one. There's another one. We had to make 8 of these, I think. They were a pain in the neck to make. And then we had to make 5 of these. These were pretty. I love stars. I love star blocks. So these are the ones I'm going to Quilt As You Go. And I've already got my fabric for the backing. I've already got my batting. So I'm going to cut them all out exactly the same size as the block, the batting and the backing and the batting. God, I think they give it a different name. And I'm just still trying to decide, do I just want to do zigzags, like just, you know, across them? Or do I want to meander? I haven't decided. You kind of have to figure out what you're going to do before you do it. So I just have to finish the last 2 and then I can start putting it together. And again, because it'll be Quilt As You Go, it'll go quick and you've only got this underneath your machine. So that's not hard. So there's 12 of these, and this is the last one. It's got a bit squished. That's the last one. And then, like I said, these are all those extra blocks we had to make. So I just have to decide how I'm going to do them and then actually make these 2. So those will be another sewing night once I've got them cut up. Okay, so Mandy says she's going to go now and get some sleep. Yes, I'm going to go now, actually, Mandy. I've been on here for forever, hour and a half. So good night, Mandy. I'll see you next time. And Selena said good night to Mandy. Have a good weekend. And Selena said bugger. Yeah, I'll get to them. I'll get to them. So, and they're lovely to make. I just made this one tonight. So for this year's. So I think it'll be fun to do. So, okay, so next week I think I might work on the flash fiction, but Megan will have arrived next Thursday with my grandson, so I might have to play it by ear. So basically, if I'm going to do a live, I will put it up an hour before I'm gonna go live. And I might try to go live at 6 o'clock next week instead of 7 Eastern time. And see how that works. Because then I'm not making a noise when Leo's getting ready to go to bed. We'll see. And Yeah, I may not even just do it because I don't get to see them very often because they live in Nova Scotia. So I may not even do one next week. We'll see. But then I'm trying to do the first week of the month will be Cotton Cuts, the new one, Carnival. The second week will be Cotton Cuts Village Green because that's nearly over now. And then Designer Mystery will be week 3 and Flash Fiction will be week 4. So if I don't have my newest block of Designer Mystery, I'll probably be working on this one. Anyway, I'm going. I need a cup of tea. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you guys being here and helping me sew. And my daughter-in-law, no, she doesn't sew. Oh, no, I shouldn't say that. She does sew. She doesn't quilt. But I'm aiming to get her to quilt because she has a sewing machine. And I'm going to see if I can get her to do some quilting with me. I think that'll be... Actually, what I might do is cut these both out. And I'll get her to do one and I'll do the other. And I'll see if that... Ooh, might do that. There you go. That'll be done quick. Okay, I'm going. Stop asking me questions. Okay. I'll see you all Monday for some knitting, 7 o'clock, and I'll see you next Friday maybe. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.